And now, from the CapsFlorida.com studios in Riverview, Florida, it's the Drinking with Drew show.
Plumber's butt crack looks like boobs.
All right, everybody, we are live. Hopefully no sound issues tonight.
You sound great, though.
Do I? I have a very serious sinus infection going on right now.
It's just a cold.
He's got the voice for the silent
I don't think
films.
I don't think it's a cold. I think it's just literally a sinus infection. So, digging up all that dirt, Joe, in the backyard, like I noticed once I was in the back and I was hoeing, because, you know, I'm really good at hoeing.
Been hoeing around.
Yeah.
I started getting
it
that
up in the back.
I started getting that shit in my nose and my throat, and it just went downhill from there.
Well, we spent 3 years wearing masks everywhere we went. Why don't you wear one?
I don't even think I own a mask anymore, Joe.
Well, why don't you ask me? I have lots of them for, standing and working in the garage.
He wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah, it's just not my style.
And now he suffers.
Yeah, well, you know.
Dick.
It is what it
But
is.
I've offered to go to the store and get him all the stuff that he needs, and he's refused.
What we really need is an industrial strength vacuum with a nose attachment. Just suck all that shit right out.
It's called the Navage.
I did Navage.
It goes up both nostrils, and then it shoots in one, and it sucks it out the other.
I seriously was thinking about like getting that little needle nose connector to my wet vac, and just.
And then there goes your brain, and I'm going to have to take out the rest of your organs and mummify you, because that's just what happens when you suck your brain out of your nose
I'm
hole.
not going to lose too much.
I mean, I think it would work. Don't try this at home, folks.
Don't.
We are not medical experts. Do not follow our direction.
Don't ingest bleach either.
No. Nope. So Garby's children are sick. Casey's sick. I'm kind of sick.
I think there's just a mung going around.
Something's
like
up.
everyone's
That's
sick.
why I'm sitting far away from you in the studio.
We appreciate
today.
it. Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
I'm always, congestion something. I have allergies up the wazoo, so I'm used to it. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Well, but also
How's your wazoo doing lately?
the wazoo.
The wazoo at the moment is fine.
So you can take Benadryl though without really being affected by it. I take a Benadryl and I'm out for like 4 hours.
But the Benadryl is only going to stop it from, like, if you have an allergen that's causing the congestion. You need to get the congestion out.
Well, that's what I tried to do last night.
Because she knows more medical stuff than you do.
Where's
FYI, our audio's great.
audio's great.
Yeah,
So
I just
don't
tested
know.
it real quick.
I don't know what the deal is with what happened last week. So we
I
did a
don't know.
whole. It was a great show.
It was a Halloween mojo.
It
yeah,
was
must
a
have
good
been.
show.
Seriously, it was a good show. It was an hour and a half. We had, shit going. Garby had to leave a little early, but other than that, it was a really good show. We had some
had
good,
good
viewers.
content. And
Yeah, we did.
Nobody got it.
Yep.
Yeah, people were telling us your audio's off, and I'm just like, okay. I mean, I thought it was still being recorded,
Right.
and the downloaded show would have to be uploaded later. But even on that file, when I opened that saved file of the recorded show, it wasn't working. Like,
Really?
there was no audio to it, so we had no show last week.
Can
period.
you lip read? To
I
kind
was-
We
of
can
like,
we
I
could
was-
go back
yeah.
and do that. Yeah.
People should,
'cause
like,
I
make
can't
a
make the
fun...
same jokes again. Like,
Right.
I mean, it's just it doesn't work that
No,
way.
this
No.
should be like a skit where anybody who watched it or wants to go back and watch it should then, like,
Ad-lib.
plug in their own ad libs for what we were saying, and I'm sure it would be hilarious.
Yeah. So it sucks. And literally, there's nothing that I changed within the system now that it's working now and it wasn't then. So it's just that was just a fluke in the system.
Yep.
So whatever. Tonight we're gonna try another Voodoo Ranger. We tried a Voodoo Ranger last week,
We're just gonna right off the
And
bat. We're gonna try the.
CAC.
It's loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
CAC.
I thought it was water running. I was
No,
like, where's that sound coming from?
no, it's
Okay.
CAC.
Okay, just checking.
So yeah, we're gonna try the second Voodoo Ranger. I bought 2 packs last week. Nothing crazy, just from Publix.
BOGO.
It wasn't BOGO, but it was some, buy one, do something with the other one. I don't know.
I bought it.
Oh, you
It
did?
was BOGO.
You
Yes.
did? Okay.
Yes,
Sorry.
I bought it. I've bought like all the alcohol that's not from Sam's.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. And last week's Voodoo Ranger was 9.5%. I don't know what
This one is too.
Oh,
Both
it
of them
is?
are.
Both of
Yeah.
We got a little toasty after the show.
We did.
Here's a
Between what we drank at the show and then
Mhm.
at the
Yeah.
glory days.
Yeah.
thank God that we just like literally live. You live across the street, so you just walk home. We went to dinner. I drove because I didn't drink. I had like a Truly. But you guys were just
Truly?
like kicking it back. Mm-hmm.
That's truly.
Truly.
So we're going to, by recommendation, we used to go into the show like 20, 30, 40 minutes and then do the taste test. So we're going to start the show with the taste test for a while and see how that goes. Okay?
Sounds like a good idea.
All right. So
Keith
bust
has
out the
confirmed
drinks.
Audio is working.
Oh,
on
so
his
now
end,
I have
too.
to do the work?
Yep, right next
Yep.
to you.
Who confirmed what?
Keith has confirmed audio
Oh, okay,
is
cool.
good. You're gonna be Simon's ice bitch too.
Oh, I've got to get
Get out of the way, Simon.
I got to get the helmet that arrived and show everybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to release too much about it just yet because I haven't really solidified
We just
my
need one because I
social
won't.
media accounts with it yet.
I won't drink a whole one. I'll just sip.
This is what we're dealing with right now. If we can see it.
What? Hold on,
Oh, what's wrong? Yep.
Yep, you gotta spin it around.
Oh,
Up,
we missed
just
it?
as it ended. Yep,
Yeah.
This is another juicy one, right?
I don't know why this thing.
I think so. Joe was fighting Simon for the cooler.
He wouldn't get out of the way, so I couldn't dig through the ice to find him.
All right. So we're gonna try. We have boob cam, Joe cam. Now it's gonna be drink cam. So this is what we're trying right now.
A little higher. Voodoo Ranger,
Voodoo Ranger.
Juice
Juice
Force
Force.
IPA.
Which-
It's another
What was
Belgian.
last week's was a juice, right? But
It
what
was fruit punch.
Yeah, it was
was
fruit
last
punch.
week. Yeah,
Fruit something or
Okay.
other.
they didn't have many options since it was a buy one get one, but I got 2 different ones at least.
And again, like I always say, I'm not a huge IPA fan, but every time I say that, I end up drinking more than one.
I feel
So-
like Jason's kind of turning you though, because Jason's a huge IPA fan, and I feel like he's kind of changing your ways a bit.
Well, when I go to Jason's house, yeah, that's pretty much what he drinks.
Jason has a way of turning you.
he
Yeah,
does.
I mean,
You should, Joe. What are you trying to
I
say
doubt,
something?
I
Just
doubt I'll get
saying.
back in the gym though, because I spent the time from I was like 17, maybe 16, all the way up until my late 30s in the gym.
Is he?
He puked?
I heard it. Yeah.
Oh shit!
big
Too much
pile.
ice.
Too much ice.
Great.
There you go.
Okay.
Now it'll be puke cam.
It's gonna smell real nice in here, unless you want me to get out and clean it. Do not. We're not. I'm not even gonna do that. Nope.
You can see it. Do it. Do it.
Nope.
You can see it.
Nope. We're not doing it. There's a bag over here.
Don't worry about it,
You
Joe. We'll
just
get it
keep
later.
talking.
We'll get it later. Why are you worrying about it?
Because Joe's getting up to get it.
Joe, don't
Sorry,
worry about
guys. Not technical difficulties this week. It's dog's GI and digestion.
No, he had too much ice. It's one of those things when dogs eat too much ice, they puke.
Cold stomach.
All right, well, I'm drinking my beer. So
You're on camera. Go
I'm
ahead.
going to try it.
Joe's probably in the kitchen.
It's not bad.
We'll talk a little bit more about it. Elaborate.
It is citrusy. It does have a tang of fruit of some sort. And I could probably drink more than these. I actually like this one better than I liked the one last week. Probably be best off on a tap. Yeah. They're cleaning up dog puke. Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad. It does, it does taste like an IPA, so it's not like it's too different. But it has that citrusy flavor. I feel like most of your IPAs, most places now do some type of citrusy, summer ale or summer IPA or summer this, summer that, So it's kind of weird that they released this. This is technically a New Belgium that was in the stores in October. So I kind of went through that whole pumpkin marketing area, so I don't know.
We'll do that later.
All right, is the mess completed? You careful with that. You can't just throw that thing around like it's willy-nilly.
Just fling it around.
Jesus Christ.
You keep calling him, he's gonna show up.
He probably would turn around.
You mean the Rapture, Joe?
All right, Joe. Try your Belgium Voodoo Ranger
I gotta get my pipes
Juice
cleaned.
Force
Gotta
IPA.
get readjusted
You gotta-
over here.
I gotta get my pipes cleaned. All right, juice. Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
As far as IPAs go.
So you said it was better than last
I think
week?
it's better
I
than
think
last
it's
week's.
better than last week's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this kind of tastes more like a beer, whereas last week's didn't really taste like a beer.
No, what'd you call it?
It was the pedophile spiked your
Yeah,
your Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
that was true.
Okay, let's try this.
Oh, Simon is licking the carpet to clean it
It's
up.
fine. He gets paid for that.
Not a fan.
No?
Nope. It's all yours. Nope.
One day you'll find a beer.
And
that
I'm
makes you
not
like.
I'm not really an IPA fan either.
Mhm.
But as far as IPAs go, it kind of tastes like an IPA.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one really didn't.
Yeah. I like the blueberry beer when we get the blueberry beer. Those are good.
Does that say
You're my boy, Blue.
You boy, Blue?
9.5 as well?
It is 9.5, yes.
You didn't even have to put your glasses on for that.
I didn't read it. She read it. Trust me.
He was squinting real hard.
I don't see my glasses anywhere in here, so
She
Oh,
only
that's
bought
fine.
you like 9 pairs.
I
9 pairs, yes.
know.
It is 9.5.
It also says hazy imperial IPA.
Ooh. And
What's the
Belgium
difference?
style.
I have no idea. I want to try to get some brewers in the studio. I'm going to have lunch with Will Law, who, for those of you that know him, I'm going to try to get him in studio.
Well,
He-
price.
Huh?
Price.
Yes.
Prices horchata.
Prices horchata.
Look at you remembering that, Joe.
Yep.
I remember everything.
You do. You do.
Mm-hmm. And try to get people who actually know some stuff about alcohol and beer.
We just make shit up as we go
Oh,
along.
for sure,
Totally
for sure.
do.
I'm just like, tastes good. Buy it. Pretty much.
I pretty much hate everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm the one that's the 2 thumbs down.
Mm-hmm. All right, Laura, you already spied one of our booter bangs.
No, I didn't. Did I send you one?
No, but you just looked at my computer when it was open.
I didn't see the
She's just-
picture.
She's just checking to make sure you're not putting porn on. Otherwise, we're going to get demonetized.
Do we get demonetized, or do they just censor or take down the
They
video?
would just, if
We're
you
not
did
monetized
that,
yet.
They would just
We're
take
not
the
even
video.
monetized yet.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
they would
If
just
ever
shut
that
your
day
shit
comes.
down. I mean, there are some risque type videos on YouTube that
Yeah.
are,
Well,
borderline.
tell them about the Hard Rock video.
Yeah, I did a Hard Rock short. We were at Hard Rock. I did a short. That makes more sense. And it was basically me videotaping her new jacket. And she has this little
It was fringe.
fringed jacket. And yeah, she had some cleavage going on, but
Major.
it wasn't really like,
There was no nippage.
no, not at
No.
all, nothing. But it was just, this is Laura's new jacket kind of thing. It was, I think, a 15-second short. And I immediately got a notification, an alert from YouTube stating, we are age restricting this video, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's literally clothing. Like it was,
I mean,
And nothing in your description even said
No,
like
I
nip or
didn't put-
boob
no.
or anything. It was just nice jacket or something like that. Or like fall weather or I don't know,
So-
jacket season.
so because of the jacket and the cleavage, you were 15 seconds rock hard.
mm,
There you
what you
go. Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Well, I'm a little
Something like that.
dyslexic hearing that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
well, I was, I was drinking some Captain and Cokes and having a
Yep.
cigar too. So, yep. So, we're going to do a booter bang, Joe.
Okay.
I have not seen this, so don't think that I'm
You sure?
cheating. I swear.
Okay.
I'm not looking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Well, you
I'm
can't-
looking here.
Well, it's going to be down there. Whatever.
Sorry,
I have
this-
not cheated once since I've been sitting over here to look at your
Okay.
screen.
A mother in Connecticut was arrested and charged with driving under the influence while she dropped her child off at a middle school Monday, according to authorities.
Oh my God.
Christina Morissette, 33.
So right away, she's drinking at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
I say she's still drunk
Okay.
from the night before.
Okay. Just
Okay.
making sure we understand the
10.
situation.
So Christina Morissette of 33 of Manchuntucket was taken into custody shortly before noon when police were alerted to an intoxicated person at Ledyard Middle School. Morissette allegedly pulled into the parent drop-off area and started behaving erratically while dropping her child off. The outlet said Morissette then failed multiple field sobriety tests. Don't take the field sobriety test, people. And was charged with driving under the influence and risk of injury to a minor. Yada yada. Her bond was set at $7,500. Man, that's one way to fuck up a DUI is involve a child.
Well, maybe she took a pill. Did it say it was a blood alcohol, or did they say it was just intoxicated?
No, they didn't.
Or under the influence? Because she could have just popped a pill first thing in the morning that says, like, don't drive. And then she was just, a little
It doesn't
drowsy.
say anything about a breathalyzer or anything like that. It just says failed field sobriety exercises.
So she probably popped a pill.
Probably.
How old is she?
33.
And what state is this?
It said Manichestic or something like that. I don't want to scroll back up because Laura will look at it.
No, I'm not looking. Go. My eyes are closed.
No, it's not a big deal.
I think it said Massachusetts.
No, Manchuntucket.
And that's
Massachusetts and
Kentucky combined.
Is it Massachusetts? They don't even touch, do they?
Is it like near Nantucket?
I have no idea.
Maybe I don't even know.
Oh, Connecticut.
There you go.
Connecticut.
A mother in
Okay.
Connecticut. Yep. So, yeah, it doesn't say anything at a breathalyzer. So
I'm going to say bang.
bang.
Yep.
Okay.
Joe?
I agree because
Yeah.
she's probably a partier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the crazy ones are probably better.
I'm going to say bang. She's probably a stay-at-home mom, so she probably only goes to the gym and works out and wears tiny clothing and probably bangs the pool boy. I'm assuming they have money. So I'm going to say bang.
I would like to be a pool boy one day.
Keller, are you going to boot or bang? See if he responds.
Well, we're like 30 seconds delayed, so are we going to float around this until he gets the question?
Well, we'll wait for him to respond and see if he's right.
Okay.
All right. So this is Christina.
Are we looking?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I was so wrong. She works at a laundromat, and her kids are on drugs too.
She's a sales associate.
At what?
I don't know. I should have mentioned that.
Walmart.
Yeah, you should have mentioned that.
So she is a sales associate.
Oh, that's bad.
No,
Okay.
That's a boot.
no, we were wrong.
Yeah.
Morissette's Facebook
We get stuck
profile
with it.
lists her as a resort sales associate at Foxwoods
Why is there a
Resort Casino.
penis? Why is there a penis picture?
That is totally
It's
the
not.
tip.
It's an egg. It's an egg, Joe. It's a
I was
dinosaur.
a Joe.
It just looked like the tip.
It's a dinosaur egg, Joe. All right.
Oh man.
Yeah,
One
we-
booter
we
bing
got-
gone.
We got fucked on that one.
Oh,
All right.
that was unfortunate.
Yep. All right. Ex-Maryland middle school teacher.
Oh, Keller said bang. We were
Oh.
all wrong, Keller. Sorry.
Well, Keller might still, when he sees the
I mean,
photo, maybe he'll
hey.
still bang.
Hey,
Yeah.
I don't. If that's where you're going,
Desperate times.
She doesn't
calls
become a
for-
mom for nothing.
raise your standards.
That's true, Joe. All right. Ex-Maryland middle school teacher arrested for having sex with 14-year-old student.
Oh.
He or she.
It's a she.
The student, he or she.
I don't. Let me see here. Close your eyes.
They probably. I'm not looking. They probably don't say because it's a child.
Yeah,
No.
but
So
It
they
says,
won't say he or
a
she.
former Maryland middle school teacher was arrested and charged with having sex with an 8th grader
Ooh.
8 years ago,
Okay.
according to police. Melissa Marie Curtis, 31, is accused of engaging in sexual acts with a student while she was a teacher at Montgomery Village Middle School beginning in 2015.
So she was. If it was 8
She was
years ago, she was
23.
23.
and the student was probably 14.
14.
13 or
So
14.
when
That's
she was
still-
22 years old and the victim was 14.
Okay.
The Montgomery County Police Department said they opened their investigation in October after an adult male came forward with allegations of abuse. So he was
That would put him at 22 now.
Right.
Which
Mhm.
I
So he
think-
probably got to the age of 22 and he's like, I would, well, hopefully he in his mind thought, I would feel disgusting if I was fucking a 14-year-old right now. Something is wrong with that teacher. I should report her.
okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
The alleged abuse occurred within the school and in Curtis's vehicle. Several residences in Montgomery County between January and May 2015, according to police documents. So yada yada. Curtis provided the teenager with alcohol and marijuana, police said. She had sexual intercourse. Blah, blah, blah. Warrant was arrested. Blah, blah, blah. So, boot or bang?
Boot.
Boot.
You're booting.
No, don't
Okay.
touch
Yep.
kids.
Yeah, seriously.
No, but
no.
we're not we're not judging her.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
whole thing is judged.
I'm gonna say boot as well.
All right. Keller, boot or bang? Boot or bang? Here is the photo.
Because you would assume if he's the one
Wait,
that
what?
spoke
It's
up
a
now,
7.
if he's the one who spoke
Oh,
up now, it wasn't.
shit.
You
We
guys
were-
missed out.
Was this her now, or is this her back then?
This is her now. This is her
That's
booking.
her now.
I guess it's
Well,
her
I would
now.
hope that's not. I would hope that's not a booking photo. Her
Oh, no,
smiling
it
ear
says,
to ear.
It says Melissa Marie Curtis, 31, turned herself in on Tuesday.
Why would you smile for that? I would
That-
be in tears.
Her
that might
attorney
not be
probably
her.
said, "Look
That
good."
might not be her booking photo. That might be from her Facebook. or something.
Maybe.
But do you have a Facebook photo like that where you're just staring and giving that
Yeah.
dead-eyed
Maybe
straight in
maybe
the
it's a
camera?
passport photo. She had to surrender her passport.
It is a white background.
I think that's the booking photo.
It could. Well,
When you're
'cause
preparing to turn yourself in, you try to make it as good as possible. She probably, was pissed off and cried the day before, but
like
when you're ready to go in and you're like lawyered up, the attorney, I'm sure, said go turn yourself
if the
in.
allegations were molestation, or sexual assault of a minor, I would literally be crying my eyes out, looking
Keller said bang.
god awful. You were right on that one, Keller. I would literally be like makeup running if I had any on, puffy, just crying the whole. Like, why are you looking like, hey, I banged that 14-year-old? She looks like she's proud of herself if that's her
Well,
booking
I mean-
photo.
No, it probably wasn't her
If it
first
was
one.
consensual, I mean, I know it's not consensual because it's a child, but if the child came on to her, she should say no. But still, she didn't like push it on them. That's one thing.
I think the
But if
kid
she's-
wanted booze and weed, and he was just like, maybe.
Well, that's the thing. They never
Yeah.
show the photos of the kids that are involved in this. So you don't know what the reasoning is or what the issue. Like, I don't know. I just assume these 14-year-olds look like they're 23.
It's true.
And
Kids
they-
nowadays
they
are looking
could-
more and more mature and older.
Yeah.
The younger they are.
So, I mean, it's legal in Mexico.
Is it?
Sure.
Does Mexico even
13.
have an age restriction?
13.
Oh, I was just
He's-
thinking they were like,
He's
whatever.
researched it for his travels.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
true.
no.
His
But,
flight's booked
I mean-
for February.
So, yeah, well, they have the quinceañera. That's 15.
yeah.
15, right.
But,
But that's their version of a sweet 16.
right.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't think that there's anything like, hey, there's a party because you can fuck her now. Like, that's not the reason for it.
That's your bar mitzvah. Once you turn 14, you're an adult.
Right. So, judge orders $835 million from Airbnb after allegedly evading taxes on $4 billion in revenue.
Damn.
The company itself? Oh, good.
So, kind of surprising, though.
Why?
You just expect a company like that to pay their taxes.
Yeah, but it gets complicated because they're not just domestic, which means anything that happens overseas, do they have to claim it as U.S. income? Do they have like, foreign entities? They go through tax loopholes and shit like that.
But also, too, you would assume Wesley Snipes would pay his taxes and he ended up in federal prison.
Yeah,
I'm just
and-
saying sometimes they have people that they rely upon to do these things and they don't. They're either pocketing the money or they're just not doing it. And then you get hit with large tax liens like that.
Yeah, and Martha Stewart went to jail too, so.
Yeah, but hers was for stock trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, not tax evasion.
But still, she went in there, she taught him how to arrange flowers and shit.
Well, I
She
want.
had-
I would go to the prison if Martha Stewart was in there. I'd be like, yeah, you can sign me up for that prison. I'll go.
Well, that's
She
why
probably worked in the kitchen when they're serving the food. I put a
Oh,
little
sure.
chicory in it.
her cell was probably macked out, all decorated and shit.
Snoop Dogg came to visit on weekends.
Probably. She probably stuffed some stuff up there and got treats in for all the prisoners.
That's where he got his idea for the 19 crimes. The
Yeah,
wine.
Probably.
She's one of them.
Yep. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Did they not file, or did they just not file correctly?
You read the article?
It didn't say.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure that they have to file something because you can't just get away with not filing anything.
But, I'm not going to say it.
They probably have something where they, like, didn't claim this as revenue. It's like extra fees that they kind of
Right.
try to like write it off as something, and then they have to reclassify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they were trying to write a lot off for losses, and
Could be.
it was a big audit.
They have losses from one year. They try to carry forward to the next year.
Mhm.
News to me. I'm going to get Darren Mish on the show. He is a local tax attorney. One of these days.
Yep.
One of these days.
All these attorneys are busy.
They just don't want to return your calls.
No, I talk to them all the time, but you know, I mean, I could get them on the phone and do phone interviews, but I just I prefer to have them in the studio.
Mm-hmm. Darren's a cool guy.
Yeah, very cool guy. All right. So I want to get I really want to show my my helmet and stuff that
Where is it?
Keller made for me. It's in the describe the helmet.
It's
for
literally
now.
on the other side of this wall, Joe.
When you
on the
walk
white
into the
table.
white table, it's on the white table. I need to be a little hush hush about my plans because I haven't really made all my accounts that I need to make.
Whoa.
Who beeped? Jesus.
Person alert. The Furbo sees Joe.
That was a
What?
sinus cough.
Oh. Get a little tickle in your throat?
Yeah.
A little tickle,
I
tickle.
mean, these have to be really cold to drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I will say it's
Did he
getting.
did he get
getting
lost? Oh, there he is.
A little
Perfect.
harder to drink as it gets warmer. What's that?
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. Is that the right one? I'm not singing the wedding song, am I?
You're kind of wrong.
I think
right.
I was pretty right.
So everybody knows I'm a soccer fan. I love the Rowdies, and this is our new. Can I get it on the
Here,
the big one?
here. Let's get this out of the way,
Go there.
and then put it right here.
Go sit down.
Put it right here.
So this is what Keller made and painted, everything handmade. I'm not going to reveal too much information about it. It
logo.
does have the Drinking with Drew logo
This
on it.
works. So
Everything
it rolls
works.
Down.
Show the padding inside. It's very
I mean, literally,
a lot
I
of
could
padding
punch
in
him
there.
real hard in the head, and he's taking that blow.
Yeah.
Like he's good.
So I have
Look
a
at
whole
the detail all the way around. It's
Yeah.
even got like the patina on it.
yes.
The
It's
patina.
got battle.
Patina.
It's called battle scars. Battle damage.
I am a what's the not antique roadshow. They use the word too.
So I have the full chest plates, the
Shoulder shields.
shoulder shields, the little missile thingies on the
Cuffs.
wrist cuffs. Yeah, so it's pretty much done up. I gotta do the other stuff for it, so I gotta order a jumpsuit and some other stuff to go to the Rowdies game and be an idiot.
Yeah.
What's their mascot?
A pelican.
Oh.
Nothing related to what
I was
I'm
just
doing.
wondering if it was something similar.
No,
Okay.
no, nothing. Yeah, Pelican Pete is their mascot.
Yep.
So Joe, I think that these are getting a little harder to drink as I go through it because I'm like probably halfway into it right now, and
Because it's not ice cold anymore.
yeah, I think that's the issue.
Yeah, could be.
It was just
Yeah,
like
it's
very
still cold.
heavy to me,
It's
and
still
it wasn't like it wasn't anything that was. There was no initial flavor that was good. There was no. I mean, at least last week had a good like aftertaste.
Don't fat shame the beer.
I can fat shame whatever I want,
Mm.
Joe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad. It's just maybe it's because I don't have anything to eat with it. I'm not smoking a cigar.
Your taste buds are kind of off too
Could
right
be
now.
too. Could be
Yeah.
my taste buds are off. It's very
you
true.
should cleanse your palate with some chocolate.
I had a cookie earlier, Joe.
It brings out the flavors. and
No
everything.
wrapping papers allowed in the studio, Joe.
So good.
All my
Such good ASMR.
all of my
So good.
Spotify users are turning the show off right now. You know, we do actually have a good Spotify following. Well, iHeartMedia, Spotify, Apple, iPod, or iTunes.
Have we earned a nickel yet?
Podcast. Yeah, actually we have. I think last time it was like 62 downloads in a week, so that's not bad.
What?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
for the audio version only. You know.
Wait, so why is it a download? Is a download the same as a listen?
No, you can listen and not download, but you can download.
Does
It's,
one earn you more money?
it's the same thing, but it depends on whether you're listening like online. Like if you want to like download it and then you're not connected to the internet,
Right.
Mm.
because you download in one shot while you're on Wi-Fi, and you can walk around. You don't kill up your data like streaming
Gotcha.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But they tell you how, on a weekly basis, you get a weekly report. And of course, we're going to fall back this week because we didn't have a show to upload.
Stupid
So-
audio.
Yeah. So whatever. I do like the ad lib.
I didn't even get paid for my time last week either.
I know.
I gotta put that in my contract. I mean, hey, everyone else is getting new contracts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who else is getting new contracts?
Well, the writer's strike ended a few weeks ago, right? But the SAG-AFTRA is still going on.
Right.
They're still on strike. All the actors is on strike.
I think I gave Garby a new contract.
Uh-oh.
When he's not here, Maya has to come in.
Has she ever been here?
No.
Oh.
No.
I mean, you kicked Garby's ass at fantasy football this week.
I
so-
did.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I have only lost
Did
one
he
game.
do what he promised and kick all your team off?
We were ready.
I was ready though.
We
I was
were
waiting.
literally like hands on freaking fingers on the butt, like ready to go.
I mean, I know it's funny to joke about, but I don't think he would actually do it.
No,
That's
I
kind of a dick thing to do.
I didn't think he was actually going to do it, but
No, it was a close call. Like first, he was supposedly going to win because they give you the percentages at first, and he was up. And then we made a few changes. Then it was like literally 50-50. And then as the week went on, I just crept up to the lead, and it wasn't magnificent. It was 123 to 106, so it wasn't like a blowout. But
you didn't get first with
No.
most points of the whole
No.
league again this
and
week.
I usually
You've done that like 4 times already this week, like highest points earned.
You keep saying
Per
you, which you said we.
well, it's a.
Did I
group
say
effort,
we?
I think.
It's we.
It's a
If
group
he's saying
effort.
you, it's
Yeah, whatever. we pass the phone around and make decisions, okay? But
Gotta get yours.
yeah, I mean, I haven't blown. Like, there's people who have scored more than me, but I am the consistent winner. I have only lost one match.
it was week 2. We
Yeah.
lost. We went from winning and then having the highest earnings for the week to losing the next week, and then ever since then we've been winning.
Right.
And now that we just said that, we're gonna jinx
We're
it.
gonna jinx it.
But we did pick up a quarterback. Why am I? I'm
Mhm.
blurry. I'm fuzzy. We picked up a quarterback since ours went on injured reserve.
Called a Gaussian blur.
It's called a what?
A Gaussian blur.
What did you just call
It's
me?
supposed to be like a soft filter effect.
You're saying I need a filter?
No, it's doing it on its
Rude.
own. Tell the camera. I mean, if
Look
you
how
want,
sharp that is.
you wanna reach
but I
up?
think I can see your pores.
you want me to reach up and
No,
adjust
it's
it?
okay.
I
You're
mean,
fine. I was just in case it was
Why
bothering
isn't
you.
she on one of these expensive cameras? You go.
She
go
is.
on the
We're on,
cheap one.
look. She's on that one. That's the most expensive camera in the room. Well, not technically, it's not. But
Mm-hmm. Guess who's also on it?
yeah, because it's got my wide angle lens on it. Whatever. Whatever, Joe. So
Trying to start shit over there.
I'm trying to support you.
antagonizing. So my husband and I had a threesome with a bridesmaid on our wedding night.
I have questions.
Was that your first wife or your second wife?
Was it a friend for a long time, or were they just bringing her in with the intention of banging her
Oh wait,
in
this
the
is
evening time?
This is an article.
This is
I
a
thought
news
this
story,
was
Joe.
him.
No,
He was
this is a
talking
news
about his
story.
previous weddings.
No.
No. I mean, it could have been. I don't know. I haven't been a wife,
No.
so who knows what he's
So-
done.
I'm going to read a short little clip. This bride had quite the train, and it wasn't the one on her dress.
Oh Jesus! Is it really a train though? If it was a
No,
woman,
No,
you gotta
of
have
course
not a
multiple
train,
guys.
yeah.
in a
Dudes
row.
are the ones that do the train.
right? Exactly.
A British newlywed couple shared in an episode of Truly Web Show, Love Don't Judge. Now, of course, this is pimping this TV show, so, go figure. They probably did it just for the TV show.
It also says Truly's web show. So is it like Truly the drink?
I don't know. You want me to click on
Probably
it? Find out?
not.
I don't know.
I
Why
don't
they
think the
just
Oh,
drink would support that.
yeah? Why
Love don't judge. Who knows?
why they decided to let one of their bridesmaids join them for a threesome on their wedding night. Now, I think they've done it before with this chick. That's just my
Probably.
guess. The show, which has nearly 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, features
Not a lot.
couples from all over the world who push the boundaries of society's expectations. Katie, 26, and her husband, Dan, 25, got married in Devon, England in September after 6 years of dating. In an episode of the show that aired
That
last
explains
week,
it.
the couple recalled discussing their sexual fantasies and making the decision to sleep with one of the people to fulfill their desires.
You've been together
Now-
6 years. There's
6
no way
years,
that that's the
there's-
first time.
Well,
But-
also too, they were probably like college sweethearts, so they probably were like, "We're getting married, and we fucked one person, 2 people, whatever it is."
Yeah.
And they're
I
like,
don't know.
let's spice this shit up. I'm tired of it.
Can we
Yeah.
show the couple that the chick?
Are we Buddha banging it?
Oh, too late. Sorry. I already hit it.
I mean,
I can't.
if
really
I'm
see
banging
too
a
much.
chick on my wedding night, I'm just gonna go for a little better quality. I mean,
So the one in the white dress is the bride, and the
Right.
one in the blue vest is the husband,
right.
and then the girl in the white bra crop top is
Yep.
the friend.
Mhm.
I mean, I can't
Okay.
really see from this far away, but
Wait, is the guy on the far right? Is that
That's-
her boyfriend? And he was
Yes.
like, "Sure, go ahead."
Yeah. So it says Dan and Katie befriended other swinger couples like Kirsty and Tom.
Oh, okay.
So they're swingers. Like that's.
So
the
I
thing.
wonder if Tom is a watcher. Maybe Tom was like in the chair, getting his thing. on.
Probably. Doing a little.
Yeah.
Because here's another.
He's
photo.
a blue loofah.
Here's another photo of them. And look, that don't even look like the same people.
Oh no,
Is that the same people? I'm confused.
yeah, it could
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So
that's
this-
Tom.
So the couple on
be.
the
They're in reverse order now.
well, I don't know because the
Yeah, because the tall guy's on
it
the
looks like
right
the
now.
two right, but it looks like the two guys just switched. That's all.
No, the girls.
No, she's right. The,
Haha,
the guys are
look
the
at
only
me.
ones that switch.
Yeah.
So they traded.
Yep.
They are.
The couple has come a long way since discussing their fantasies and no longer experience jealousy, at least not in a way that damages their relationship. At first, Katie thought I might be hard to see her partner with another woman, but she actually found it hot. The jealousy is kind of part of it. It makes things more exciting, Dan explained. So, yeah, I don't know. Wedding night.
I mean, if there's anything that's sacred,
Oh, look, she's grabbing her
it would be
boob.
the one night. Like,
Say what? Who? What?
She's grabbing her boob.
Hmm. That's not very sexy. That's not like a
No.
hey, let's get it on. That's a honk honk.
I do that every day. Chrissy hates it. She's like, leave me alone. Every day. I'm like, Get a little
Yeah,
squeeze
so
in there.
I mean, my guess is this couple they probably did it before together, and it wasn't anything crazy special. But
Right.
wedding night, okay,
They
probably
threw in the
just-
wedding night to make it like headline worthy.
right? Whatever.
so on vacation, would you?
Are you
Of
asking
course.
because you
If-
guys did?
No, I'm just saying, if you guys
Joe,
were on
did you
vacation,
guys do it?
Huh?
What was that?
if
Oh.
you guys were on vacation,
Okay, neighbor.
What's
Can
that?
you,
Hang
can
on,
you
hang
turn the
on.
volume off?
I am. Hang on.
what is going on?
It's,
It's his next story,
it's my
probably.
next story that keeps popping up. All right, go ahead. What?
If you were on vacation, you and Laura kind of like go away for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That'll
Not-
never
there's-
happen.
There's
'cause
another
of her
couple
dog.
that shows up in
No, not like
in the
randos.
hotel. Like,
No, I can't do randos. I'm
okay, if
I'm
it
too
was
worried about like
Garby and his wife. I don't know.
you know.
I didn't mean to put you on the
There's a
spot.
lot of things that come into play when you
Yeah.
start throwing that. And I had two relationships. Well, call them relationships.
People that you know versus
Um,
people you don't know.
I've had a lot of relationships that were like, open relationships and swinger type bullshits. I've done that. I've been there, done that. So it's not, I've kind of lost the thrill of it, like mentally. So it's not really something that I'm aggressively trying to get, but I've seen how it can really damage friendships and couples. So my opinion is if you want to stay with the person you're with, don't fuck around with somebody else, like swinging wise, because it never seems to work long term.
Right.
It's fun in the short term. It's kind of like whatever. But when you start involving four people, somehow down the road, it just gets to, oh, the one couple breaks up. Now you have to choose sides. Or are you going to be, now the new girl, the new guy that the girl's dating? Are you going to be friends with them? Or are you going to I don't know. It always gets weird.
Now, have you ever had a friend proposition you guys?
No, not us, just her.
Her.
Like on a daily basis, but
No,
But I
'cause-
think also too what you were saying about relationships and making them open relationships. Maybe if it was right off the bat that was what people got into being in a polyamorous relationship, it would have a better chance of withstanding like the long term. But a lot of times people are in these relationships for like if the marriage was the first time, 6 years they were together, they do it because they've lost something in their marriage and they're thinking they're saving it by like spicing it up, or let's just do something to In the end, all it is doing is delaying the inevitable, and I think that's why it does end up ending relationships, because it's not something that's agreed upon in the beginning. It's kind of a last ditch effort to try and save something that's sinking.
It's kind of like when you have 2 dogs and you get a third.
Yeah. or in some cases a fourth.
Or a fourth.
Now I had a friend that I used to hang out with in college, and several years later, when I
love that term, hang out.
Yeah, sort of.
It's so just
when I was in a committed
murky
relationship later on, several years later, she said, "Hey, me and this guy I'm dating, wondering if you guys would be interested in not full swap, but kind of in the same room." Just sort of like mutually.
That's
like an orgy where you guys are both with your partners and just kind of like watching each other, or
just
like
kind of like both
just touching
independently, but in the same room.
Yeah.
I don't think she was.
I think that's the light blue floofa, Joe.
I was like,
the flu. You mean loofah?
Loofah.
I was like, yeah. I mean, interesting, but I don't think I could even bring that up to Chrissy. Like, dude, never.
No, I've done that several.
I couldn't even mention it to her.
I've done that specific situation many times. Not as threatening as like the full intercourse situation.
Yeah.
But
it just sometimes it just happens because you're at a party or whatever. But you don't like ask someone and plan it like ahead of time.
No, it's never been like, hey, we're gonna do this at 7:30 p.m.
Right. I feel
she messaged me and be like, hey, would you guys be interested in kind of like a same room situation? And I was like, yeah, I can't mention that to her.
Right. Let's just get her really drunk and see how it works out.
If she listens to it tonight, is this going to be the first time she hears about it?
Probably, yeah. She won't listen anyway. She wouldn't listen anyway. And this was.
I'm going to send her the link tonight.
The conversation was about 18 years ago, and it was someone that I knew in college 3 or 4 years before I met her. So,
You're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have brought this up.
No, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if he's airing dirty laundry, I can air my laundry too. I mean,
well, I don't consider it dirty though.
No, I'm just saying, like, you're giving personal details. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not like it's happening now, but it happened in the past, and someone had asked me, and I politely said,
I will say this.
Can't really bring that up to her. She's not really going to go for that.
The more people you have involved in your sexual relationship, the chances of it not lasting are greater than 2 people. Okay, the third person, if it's a chick that that wants to hang out, everyone, okay, maybe, but then she starts dating a guy and now it's 4 people. Oh, and then some other girl comes and it's 5 people. I mean, the more people you involve in your bedroom, the crazier and dumber it gets. The more jealous people get, the more weird it gets. My max is a 5-some.
Max.
And, yeah, I think that was the count. And it was just literally people that we knew each other well, but after that happened, it just people started not wanting to hang out as much, or if they did, oh, you're going to go to their place, not my place. It just became like real weird. So I don't know. To me, it's like sometimes things should better be left as fantasies.
Some call them fantasies, some call them memories.
True. Yep. So I don't know. That's my opinion.
Yeah, well, wait till you're 75 and live in Florida.
Oh, then I'm going to be in the nursing home. Nursing homes are a different story. Nursing
the
homes,
villages.
Just the old age community.
You can have a 15-room gangbang in a nursing home.
55 and up community.
There you go.
No jealousy in a nursing home.
Yep.
That's not allowed.
Because you don't have memory.
Yeah.
They don't remember.
I banged you 5 times. This is our first time, though.
I'm pretty sure in like the villages and in nursing homes now, they put prunes in everything to, keep that stuff moving. But also they probably put like a penicillin or an antibiotic in there just to make sure that everybody's top notch. They're not spreading anything.
Probably. Probably. So, Joe, you stay in hotels all the time. Where's Jason at? Is he in a hotel room right now? Or is he in a
I think they're in the air.
Right now, he is somewhere between D.C., because I think he was flying to D.C., and then taking D.C. to Germany.
Right.
And then Germany to Japan.
Jesus, how many layers?
That's such a weird flight pattern.
Was it? I think it was to Munich, and then Munich to Japan, and then Japan to Thailand. I think.
Jeez Louise.
I'm not sure, but I think.
Is that the norm? Because last time I thought he said he flew to Dallas first.
Well, it depends on whether you go east or go west. So if you go Dallas, then you go Dallas to Japan, and then you go Japan to Thailand.
Is
The
Japan
other way,
literally opposite of the Earth from where we're at?
not exactly, but close. So
Yeah,
if you're
so you
going,
can go either way.
if you're going west, then you go across the Pacific. If you're going east, then you go across the Atlantic into Europe. So usually you stop in either London or Germany or, Spain sometimes as a hub, and then you from
And
there
you have to go through customs both times, like when you're coming from United States, even in a layover.
It depends.
Hmm.
It depends whether you
Probably depends on the countries
think
you're
about-
coming and
yeah.
going from. What their rules
Is our
are.
volume still good?
Yeah. It's Key says answer your phone
Oh shit! It's not ringing.
or turn up the volume.
It's not ringing.
Mando Ripper.
Wait, what?
That's hilarious.
So that's a Mandalorian helmet,
Oh,
and he was Lil Ripper, so
little
he's a
spin-
Mando
little
Ripper.
spinner.
He's a Mando Ripper now.
I gotta ask him a question about something too.
He's
Yo,
the one that
Hey.
with the helmet.
Turn his volume up.
It's up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
what's going on?
Hey,
Turn
you
the
gotta speak really loud because for some reason this iPhone 15 really sucks at the volume on the show. Hey, I got a
Get
question.
subtitles like we have to for your show last week.
I know, right? What the
No,
fuck?
you're supposed to ad lib from last week.
Yeah, we're gonna figure out something. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use those clips for something. We're gonna do something with that shit.
Right?
Hey, I had a conversation come up over the past week, involving Nick Albano. Knows.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were partying at Dirt's house, and everybody was passed out in the morning? And I don't know if you were there at this time, but I'm sure he's done it many a times. But he wakes up in the morning and he goes around. He has like a 7-Eleven, some type of 7-Eleven cup in his hand.
Cigarette butts?
Yeah, and he was just going around pouring beers in it. And like after he emptied out like, I don't know, like 10 beers of like leftover beer people left behind, and had ashes and cigarette butts and all that shit in it, and he just starts drinking it.
Gross.
Yeah. He used to do that all the time, dude.
Is that a party trick, or he just enjoyed the taste of ash?
He just liked the beer. Sometimes he would strain it,
Jesus Christ.
but he would do it all the time.
What's up with him? Where's he at?
I don't know. Last time I heard, he was in Atlanta, but I think he moved somewhere else. I think like Indiana or something like that. I think.
Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, I remember that hardcore. So we
Yeah,
just
he always did that shit, man.
yeah, we displayed your work of art.
Yeah, I saw that.
Are
Beautiful.
are you doing like this for like? Are you going to start a company doing this, or are you just doing this on the side?
No, eventually I'm going to start doing it. A company. I mean, I've been doing it for 5 years. I mean, and I've got like 6 3D printers. So I got a kind of like a mini print farm. I can do just about anything. I know how to
Awesome.
3D design stuff. I can design just about any kind of anything. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm coming out with actually a new Mandalorian type helmet that's kind of like resembles more of a football helmet type. It's got like a face mask on it and stuff. So I'm going to kind of do a series of football Mando helmets.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Now our audience is very interested in Mandalorian butt plugs.
Oh my god.
What do you got going on?
I could do that too. I mean, I've got a resin printer also that prints in resin. It's liquid resin. So
There you go.
Problem solved.
I can make you a bunch of butt plugs with your head on them.
Oh, okay. Put the order in. I want 5. I need at least 5.
I can make them like bobbleheads and put a spring on them.
Literally was gonna say that. Can you make it with Drew's bobblehead on the tip of it?
Perfect. Good deal.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm glad you liked everything, man. I fucking did the best job I could on it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And,
Everything came out good.
like I said, I did the stencils in vinyl because I tried to paint it twice and it didn't work. So I got a little vinyl machine and I cut everything out in vinyl and put it on permanent vinyl. So
Awesome.
Yeah, it all came out good, man. Now I have to see if I do another order, because this was specifically for the Rowdies. We do the games a few times a year.
Right.
But I might do some other custom stuff here in the next few months. We'll see.
Yeah, let me know. I'll still give you a deal, man. Right now I'm. This is my slow time of year right now. I'm mainly busy just before Halloween, and then Christmas time I kind of get busy a little bit, but usually it's like last minute shit, and then I gotta bust my ass to get shit done because somebody called me like a week before Christmas, and they're like, "Oh, I need it right now."
Right.
But it costs them if they do that to me. I always tell them, if you want something for Halloween, let me know in April. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to have like 500 people wanting shit. And, I mean, I can print it all. That it's simple to do it. The printers do most of the work. But when you come to cleaning it all, you got to sand it. Then you got to prime it. You got to Bondo it. You got to fellow prime it. You got to wet sand them to get the shine. And then you got to paint it. I mean, I've got air guns, and I mean, if I can use a rattle can, spray paint, I'll buy a couple cans of spray paint to do it. But
So
most of the time, I use my airbrushes and I airbrush everything. So
what's your primary product? Like, what do you normally make?
what's that? What do you mean?
What product do you normally make? What's the? I mean, I know you made a helmet.
The Mando helmets, is that what you normally
Like, what's
sell?
your best seller?
I do a lot of different helmets,
Bongs.
armor, anything.
So loud.
Everything you could think of, I make. I mean, I've made Christmas tree ornaments. You know what I mean? Anything that anybody can think of, I can make. I mean, I've literally made bobbleheads for a couple people and for their family because they thought it was hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think you need to start making some bongs or do something a little custom.
I made a couple bongs. The only thing about that is if it gets too hot, you have to use like a certain type of material, and I use basically the cheapest material I can. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it would cost me a fortune to do it. There are like high temperature things and stuff like that you can use, but I mean, I've made pipes and bongs out of it, and they work.
What about butt plugs and sex toys?
Yeah, I could make a fortune doing that. Shit.
Yep.
A
Cool.
bunch of weirdos in Denver that get into all that shit.
And
Or Joe.
and Riverview.
or Joe?
Yeah.
Well, all right, man. Well, I appreciate you making it. It came out phenomenal, and I will definitely let you know on my next order.
Yeah, just let me know. Like I said, I can pretty much make just about anything. You know what I mean? So I've been 3D designing stuff for a little over 5 years. I started 3D designing stuff for video games and stuff first for a video game company, and then that's how I got into 3D printing because I just diagnosed with cancer, so I had to find something to keep my mind off of it. So that's how I got into it. So
I might do like a stormtrooper helmet or something a little different. I have 2 Mando helmets right now, so.
Can we pimp your website or what?
Any kind of helmets, basically. Anything is doable. So.
Do you have a website, or are you just kind of doing this on the side?
I'm just doing it on the side right now. I'm working on actually doing a website. I was going to do everything on Etsy, but I was actually just going to start a website, you know what I mean, and do everything. But the only thing about that is I would have to have an abundance of inventory of different sizes because everybody's head is a different size for especially for helmets.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could make them from start to finish. If I was only doing one,
Dude,
I can do it in like 5 days.
I know guys that they're custom knife makers, and I mean they do it by order, and they tell you straight up, look, I'm 8 months behind, and your order's going to take me 3 weeks to make. So when you order a knife from me, expect it in a year and a half.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't take me that long. But I probably could do. I probably could do something like that and just tell people, you could if you want to wait, But I'm planning on getting a few more printers, bigger printers that I can print faster with and everything else. But it's still a lot of work finishing everything because no matter what, you've got to finish stuff with sandpaper and Bondo. Nothing comes out completely perfect.
All right.
Same happens when I do stuff in wood. Like cutting the ornaments or cutting out the shapes, the easy part. I can sit and cut, and I cut shit really fast. But then you have to sand it, then you have to clean the edges, then you have to stain it, then you have to paint it. Like it takes time
Yeah,
to do all the finishing. The cutting is the easy part.
Yeah, it's the same process.
Yeah.
Same process.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, definitely, I appreciate it. I'm gonna be pimping this out next year. The soccer season starts in March, so I'm gonna get some social media stuff together, and I might jump on the field and run across the field. And,
Don't get thrown out
get,
because you might get banned.
That'd be awesome.
He may get banned, but I won't. Jesus, that was loud. Sorry.
Yeah. So here's the deal: when we have a caller, I have to crank the volume up to get the volume of the caller in. So you gotta adjust your microphone a little bit.
The ASMR voices.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Well, if you want anything else done, or if you know anybody else does, get a hold of me, and then I'll do whatever.
Yeah, man. Definitely will do, bro.
I think
Alright,
I'm
later,
thinking
guys.
some
Later.
I'm thinking some custom bobbleheads.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah,
Like a Joe bobblehead.
like just look like me.
We should do a Bubs bobblehead.
You have some high res images of him you can use.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Probably.
Do you have to get the whole like 3D version like around?
I don't know.
We should ask Keith when he was on the phone.
Right.
Yeah. So
Probably
yeah.
more like a pop thing where it's like your body image or the body's probably very
Generic.
and you just what color shirt do you want, what color pants, and then like the face is really where you get the detail.
Have
Right.
you ever seen where they take the like it's almost like a glass and they etch inside the glass
Mm-hmm.
with like a laser?
hmm
Yeah.
That shit's like pretty fucking detailed.
Right.
Right.
I mean, I know computers do all that shit, but like it looks really freaking good because it
Dude, we saw a table.
It's like 3D image inside the glass.
We saw a table last night that was a Star Wars table, but it was like
It was one of those
Epoxy-
live
it
edge
had
with the
toys.
epoxy.
Yeah, so it had the wood.
Yeah.
They laid it in a plastic container, and then put like the little plastic toys in there,
Yeah.
and then basically
Did a resin.
did
in
a
between,
resin over it, made
Like
it look like a scene,
like a river table.
Yeah,
almost. Yeah.
but they
Mhm.
made it into a table. It was badass. So it's a company that's like they're doing them. They're selling them like between $1,000 and $3,000. So
I mean, some of that stuff goes for big money.
Mhm.
I mean, if you wanted to do that as a business, it goes for big money.
right,
But I mean, the materials itself probably cost a couple $100.
Mm.
So, but yeah, I mean, it is pretty cool what people can do with like resin and like epoxy. I haven't
yeah.
gotten into any of that fancy stuff. I just do a little bit, but
all right. So we were talking earlier where Jason's at. He's not in a hotel. He's
Yeah.
probably flying.
Yep.
You stay in a lot of hotels, Joe.
Yep.
I stay
say
in
a lot, but
hotels.
okay,
Well,
yeah.
I stay in hotels like when I work. You know, I have clients that ask me to travel a little bit, and I stay in hotels. Have you heard of the hidden tunnels within
Hey.
hotels?
the hidden tunnels.
Okay. So
I'm
I'm
a
gonna
little
play
lost.
this.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Tell me if you can see this. If you have to get up, you can get up.
I see a cat's butthole.
I don't even see that. Where do you see? Oh,
Shmoo.
Shmoo got in here. Damn it. Okay.
It's fine.
Let's see how loud this is.
It's gonna be loud.
Oh,
Turn it down. There you go. It's just that creepy music. There's no talking.
Can you see that?
I can see. So you open in the closet door.
This is just an average hotel. I don't know where it's at, but
Okay.
apparently these are common.
And you're in the closet
They're in the closet.
and use your key card
Well, it's just
Just to
getting,
pop
getting
it.
in there to
just to
get it
jam in
open.
there. Okay. All right. Really? I don't think this is normal.
Well, you have to assume with those glass tiles like that, that was probably part of
But
the
look,
room
but
before.
Now
They
there's
got closed
an
up.
extra spot where they're opening this hatch.
Right. And that looks like
That-
a fire like chute or something.
Isn't that weird though?
I'm upset that they didn't go into
Well-
the tunnel.
Yeah. So that
I mean, it's probably just like one hotel.
no, apparently that this is common. I don't.
No.
All right, I'm gonna do some research, Joe.
All right.
I mean, if you're an e-board, they have the tunnels, but that was from way back in Prohibition, and they're sealed off for the most part.
Can you get me a Mick Ultra?
I mean,
And-
Simon's gonna go for the ice, but
That's
I can
fine.
try.
Yeah. I need to wash this Voodoo Ranger down.
Simon, you're done. There you go.
He's definitely gonna be hungry later because he
Yeah.
got rid of his entire dinner.
Yeah, that's the reason why he puked, because he had the stomach full of food and then he put ice in it.
So you don't think that's common?
I've
Are you going
I've
to start
never heard
searching
of,
your
I've
hotel
never
rooms?
heard of that for hotel rooms. I mean, I've heard of it for like someone like is in an apartment and then they bust a hole in the wall and they realize that there's like another hallway, like it
Mhm.
connected to like the another room that was behind it that got walled off at one point.
Right.
Mhm.
Like where they buy a house and they didn't realize that the room got sealed off and there's another room off the basement or something. Like there's a bunch of that shit on TikTok.
Have you finished
Yeah.
digging the tunnel from my house to your house?
Well, that was the only way me and Laura can get together and avoid the cameras.
You guys
There's
have,
too many cameras
guys
between
have
your
like
house
a-
for us to screw
like
around.
right under the roadway. You guys have like a 20 by 20 like pervy room where
Yeah,
you're just
exactly.
hanging out.
That's our bomb shelter.
Right.
I saw a video that was, kind of the similar TikTok thing or whatever it was, and a woman, it was behind her medicine cabinet in her bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one.
But is that what you were talking about? Yeah. So it was like you were saying, it was probably like one single home that they turned into like a multi-unit
Yeah.
building, and so it was just on the other side of the wall where her bathroom was, and it led into the empty unit that was next door. So she crawled through, and it was the next unit over.
There was another apartment,
were
but they
doing-
just never.
Right.
They
It was
since
under
they closed it off.
construction.
You can never get into it.
Yeah. Well,
And
no,
they
they
just
were
left it
getting
there,
into it.
yeah.
There was like they were doing construction to it, but
Yeah.
I think they were like working on it, and they had sealed off her unit and made it available, and they were still working on the other one.
I don't know. I am checking every fucking
That was like 2 years ago. It was like went everywhere.
Yeah.
every hotel room I'm staying in from here on out. I'm checking.
Well, there's people that like when they stay in Airbnbs or hotels, they're like, oh, make sure you go around with like some sort of flashlight
Like
or
an
a
infrared
camera,
light. Yeah.
because you have to check and see if they put cameras in the smoke detectors. Like, is that a thing? Like,
Yeah.
you have an Airbnb,
Mhm.
you set up a camera to spy on the people that
Yeah.
are renting your place.
Yeah. Like if you
Like-
see one of those wall plugs that have the USBs for your chargers or
See if
whatever,
it's got a little hole, like a
chances
camera.
are it's a camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very common, Joe. So speaking of Airbnbs and sleazy people, sleazy New York landlord pushed woman to pose for nudes, cops say. So, Joe, you're renting a room out and they're behind on rent. You got to
Okay.
make up money somehow. Is that a legit way to make up some money?
Now, I actually have a friend in New York who is behind on her rent because she's got some medical issues. And I actually asked her, I was like, hey, what are you doing for the landlord? She's like, no. He's like, let me go. I was like, are you sure? She's like, no.
She's letting him go, like as in what way?
No, like he's letting her like
Leave, like
delay
break the lease.
because she's behind on the rent, but he's being nice about it.
Yeah.
I'm like sure he's being nice about it. What are you doing? Like,
Right, right.
and she's
right.
like, no. I was like, come on, I know you are. She says no.
Says a seedy upstate New York landlord was busted for trying to coax a prospective tenant into posing naked in exchange for a bump up on the list for a new apartment. That's a
Oh,
little
it
Perspective
different.
wasn't even. Yeah,
That's
it
a little
wasn't even an
different.
actual.
She just wants to get
landlord.
in. She wants to get in the community.
Right.
Yeah, that makes
Does
it
it
worse.
say where upstate New York? Because there's some seedy upstate. I mean, I'm from New York, and I went to college upstate.
Washington
and-
County.
I don't know.
Well,
that
it
one.
says John Daly, 58, was charged with third-degree coercion after cops said he was trying to convince Carrie Chu to get naked in exchange for a better shot at the new pad in his Washington County building.
But I mean, asking someone to get naked is not illegal.
This
is
is
it?
where it gets
It's-
weird, and there's a gray area in the United States right now with what
I've asked lots
two
of people to get naked,
well,
but I've never
that's
been
if
charged.
two
Right, but
adults
you haven't been saying, "I'll give you an apartment if you get naked."
doesn't matter
Well,
if two
I mean-
adults agree on something, it's between those two adults.
Yeah.
If I say, Joe, in order to be on the show again, I need you to, let me have sex with your wife. That's between me and Joe, maybe Chrissy.
And whether and depends on how much I want to actually be on the show. I mean,
But obviously, she didn't want to be part of that contract, and
then
so she
says
reported
no.
it to the police.
Yeah, that's the thing. She
But that's just
probably
like when
got turned
cops-
down. And
That's just like when cops pull people over and they're like, "Hey, I'll let you out of this ticket if you S my D in the back of my cruiser." That's not something between two
well,
people.
no,
That's
because
like
there's a
lawsuit
specific
and-
statute from teachers, law enforcement, people in
People in
authoritative
authority,
people in authoritative positions that use their position of power to coerce people. That's different. I
No,
think.
that's exactly what he's doing. What is the housing market like in Washington County? Maybe she is,
He's
you
not
know,
a-
one of 100 people that's trying to get to one unit, and there's just nothing available.
This should be
Yeah,
a
but-
booter
or
bang
if
because
it's a,
I'm curious how hot she is.
Yeah,
or
but
but it could be also too that it's like rent controlled, and they're, you know, it's a nicer one or whatever the case may
So
be. It's
if
you know,
if she provided some services in order to get preferential treatment to get the apartment, can I
then it's called prostitution
yes,
on her
but
end.
can I as a fellow person that wanted that apartment go and file a complaint?
Why
All
not?
All right, so I don't know which Carrie Chu this is, but I'm just putting in Carrie Chu.
It's probably a very common
It's-
name, so I
yeah.
don't know. Now
Okay.
here's another one because I was watching a Law and Order episode a couple of years ago, and there's an episode where a guy pretends to be the admissions person for a college, which he's not. He's not the admissions person, but he pretends to be. And then the women sleep with him because they think he's going to get their child into college, and then they find out that he's not that person.
Okay,
And then they try to charge
that's
him,
scamming.
but.
A guy tried that.
But
He told me he
she-
was a doctor
but
and he
she's-
had a British accent.
See?
So
That's-
is lying to a woman if I tell you I'm rich and you sleep with me and then you find out I'm not rich, can you charge me with that? Like
You want to
That
hear the best
happens
part of that
all the
story?
time. Yes,
you
let me
slept
hear.
with me under
Hold on.
false pretenses?
Let me see. Let me hear
Hold
who
on.
Laura
You wanna
banged.
hear that? No, I didn't.
I'm not saying
So,
you
no.
specifically. I'm
No.
hypothetically. I'm saying
I'm out with a girlfriend, and we're at this bar, and it's the bar that I used to do like the sink or swim at. So I knew everyone that worked there. It was on a slow night. There was like no one there, and the only like halfway decent looking guy had this British accent, which made him even hotter. And he said that he was a
Why?
pediatric neurosurgeon, and I was
Okay.
like, oh my god! So you save like little kids' brains, and
She said
So
it
then-
just like that. I'm sure.
just like that. And so he was told, like there were, like I said, there wasn't a lot of people. I think like me and my girlfriend were like one of 3 girls that were there that night. So it's not like there was a lot to choose from. I'm not saying I wasn't bad looking in my 20s. I was great looking. Anyway, I was, you know, dancing with my friend, and I left my purse on the bar. So I ended up, my purse got stolen, but we found the guy because my friend's like, that bulge isn't real. The guy, it was like a little wristlet, and he stuffed it down his pants. So anyway, all of my friends who were the bouncers, they're like, threw the guy out, got my purse back. It ruined my night. So not that anything would have happened. But anyway, I go to work the next day, and I tell my friend like what happened, and I'm showing her the pictures of the night, and she goes, oh my God, that's my friend's fiance. So this British doctor who's this neurosurgeon, he's actually engaged. She's like, no, he's a waiter. She's like,
Okay, but
so it was just like coincidence that
So he
like,
just faked the accent all night.
So-
I don't know if he faked the accent or not, but she's like, no, he's a waiter and he's engaged to my friend, and I'm like,
He's
well,
still serving
this is-
somewhere.
okay, but you can lie to a girl to get her to sleep
People
with
do
you,
that all
right?
the time.
You can't charge him with rape because
No.
you had sex with him under false pretenses.
Right.
No, but
Well-
people get married under false pretenses too.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been lying to her for like 6 years now.
Yeah. And you haven't even got married
I
yet.
told her I had a 7-inch dick.
Obviously, I still think he's a British neurosurgeon.
All right.
And
We haven't had sex yet, so wait until she finds out how big I really am.
I won't have sex until I'm married.
Hmm. Me neither.
Laura the Virgin.
No, but think about it. When you're
Yeah.
dating, you tell half truths. You tell,
I mean, you embellish
You
a little
embellish a
bit
little bit.
sometimes, but
You show your best side. In
Same
the
thing with your
beginning, and
resume.
then-
People embellish resumes all the time.
yeah, but I mean, if you got fooled, but you did it willingly, it's not like he forced you into it. I
Right.
mean,
You don't have. Here's the thing: if he said he was a billionaire
yeah.
and he looked like Dom DeLuise, and you're fucking him just because of his money, and then you find out he's a dishwasher at Carrabba's. So not only are you stuck with Dom DeLuise, you're also stuck with a dishwasher.
Yeah.
You might get, you
Yeah,
probably
but-
have more grounds for a revolt. The issue
But-
was she said this guy was already good looking, so she's probably just gonna bang him, even if he said I was a dishwasher. Do women?
Right, I mean, right. There were slim pickings, and not that I wasn't out looking to bang anybody. I was just out having a good time with my girlfriends on like
That's
a
how it
random
starts.
Tuesday.
That's how Tuesdays are the best day.
Yeah. That's why we do the
Especially
show
for
on
randos.
Tuesdays.
Yeah.
That's why we do the
Especially
show
for
on
randos.
Tuesdays.
So yeah, I
So
mean,
back to the original story, though. I guess he made the offer and she said no. Okay, so what's wrong with that?
then she
I've made the offer for plenty of women to take their clothes off.
Yeah.
They
you
always
told
say
Arasa
no.
you would make a Christmas tree if she gave you a handy in the
Reindeer.
bathroom.
Reindeer.
She tried to charge me $100 to send me a video, and I was like, no, it's not worth I don't think it's worth $100.
That was a joke. She did not do that.
Well, I mean, she actually made the offer, but she didn't send the video. I didn't pay the $100.
Catch a hint, Joe.
Catch a hint,
hint.
Joe. Hint, Joe. Hint, Joe. Hint, Joe.
Wasn't said.
Did not actually happen.
No.
Sorry.
No, but people joke all the time about certain things. So,
Just edit that last 30 seconds out.
yeah. So, but the issue is, Joe, do you, if I came to you and I said, hey, we're going to make Christmas trees. Okay. We're
Yep.
going to charge $15 for Christmas trees.
Okay.
And we have somebody show up in the garage and show her titties.
We've had that happen before.
Are you going to get them
Yep.
a free Christmas tree?
Remember, Joe?
Sure.
We've had
Yeah,
that happen
so-
before.
People get things for providing weird services.
Exactly. I mean,
And you agreed to it. She agreed to it. So what's the problem?
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people take life too seriously. All right. Anyway.
I'm just curious where Washington is it Washington County?
Upstate, it said.
Yeah, but I mean, upstate's a big place. I mean,
Well,
I know,
yeah, I don't know.
I know parts of upstate, and I'm not familiar with it.
I
But
know
I'm sure-
Ticonderoga.
I'm sure-
I'll actually be there next week. Actually,
I'm sure it lists it somewhere, Joe.
I'm actually going up Friday, and then I'll be upstate the following week.
Okay. I won't meet you there.
Nope, I didn't ask you to invite.
All
I
right,
didn't invite you either.
So, holy grail of shipwrecks to be raised, along with $20 billion in treasure.
Really?
So, the Colombian government hired a company to find this shipwreck. They did it, and well, I think the private company actually found it on their own, and then it was in the area of Colombia. So
in their waters.
yeah, kind of.
Wasn't international waters.
I don't know if it was. I don't know. So the issue is this, Joe. So if a private company finds $20 billion in treasure,
Can you use your camera to film this cat and the dog?
Sure.
The cat is just rubbing his head up against.
Oh, Shmoo
against
loves Simon.
Pause. Let's take a Shmoo Simon break. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
She was just like rubbing her head up against
He.
Simon's head.
They're both
He?
boys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's what goes on in your household.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
He's licking his ear.
So this private company locates this treasure, which is that's what they do,
Okay.
and then later they have an agreement with the Colombian government to a 50-50 split on getting the treasures.
Okay.
And then the Colombia government reneges. Now they give the coordinates. They've given, based on the 50-50 split agreement, they provided the Colombian government with the coordinates of the shipwreck. And now the Colombian government's going and just
Right.
getting them themselves.
Is trying to backdoor them and go
Yeah.
on their own.
That's their
Yeah.
fault for trusting the Colombian government.
Exactly. That's my point exactly. Like,
But another thing too, why I don't understand why these treasure hunters are searching in domestic waters. Like I understand there's the possibility that there's these $20 billion shipwrecks that you could possibly have even 1% of that is life changing. But at the same time, you could totally get screwed, and they don't have to give you a penny, and you wasted all of your time, your resources. That's a lot of money, and you're not getting anything out of it. Keep it to international waters, and be done with it.
Yeah, but what is international? It's like anything more than like 6 mile marker or something, or
I don't know what it is. Maybe
me-
it's different depending on the
30
country.
miles
I don't
or
know.
something.
Let me read the basics to you.
Okay.
With my glasses on, so I don't
Okay.
say shit wreck instead of shipwrecks.
Now there's also things like if it's a U.S. government ship, like if it's a Navy vessel, regardless of where the ship went down, then the U.S. Navy maintains
Right.
ownership regardless of, even if you sink it in Japan, like the U.S. Navy still owns it.
Okay.
So there's difference depending on current governments versus
Well,
a shipwreck from the 1500s or whatever.
this was
This was
seven.
from
I think this was
17.
1700s.
Something like that, yeah.
1708.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. The Holy Grail of shipwrecks is set to be recovered from the bottom of the ocean, along with its treasures, which are believed to be worth up to
One-Eyed
20
Willie.
$20 billion in today's money. The Colombian government said the San Jose, which was sunk by the British Navy in 1708 off the port of Cartagena.
Cartagena. Just think of the like
the cartel from
cocaine,
Cartagena.
the cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Cartagena.
It would be recovered as a matter of urgency. The ship is thought to have sunk with a huge amount of treasures aboard, including 200 tons of silver, emeralds, and 11 million gold coins.
200 tons.
Yep. When the wreck was discovered in November 2015, Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos said the treasure was the most valuable that has been found in the history of humanity. The San Jose was discovered by a team of Navy divers in 2015, lying nearly 3,100 feet below the ocean surface. Pictures taken of the wreck by Navy divers last year show the wreck is still perfectly preserved, despite lying on the ocean's floor for more than 3 centuries.
Now that far down, the water temperatures are nice and cold, and they actually preserve the wood.
Right.
So that actually helps.
That's why I keep my bedroom at 30 degrees below zero.
Because you have trouble preserving your wood?
Yes, I have to keep it nice and cold in my bedroom. So the U.S. Salvage Consortium. Thank you. Called Glauco Mora claimed to have located the San Jose in 1981, but the Colombian government has disputed this, claiming that it independently found the galleon with a team of divers in 2015 at a different location, which remains a secret.
So this is the Colombian Navy, not the Colombian Navy claim they found it?
Yeah, I guess. It didn't say what.
Because you said Navy
the Colombian,
divers.
right, the Navy divers are with the
Colombian
company,
Navy.
and the Colombian government is saying a team of divers. So it's not saying...
So who are the Navy divers?
That was the people who found it that got screwed by...
But what Navy are they?
It doesn't say.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard this on the news earlier. It said it was a private company.
Oh.
But whatever. So anyway, what do we do here? So you trust the Colombian government. You made a deal with them.
Are we Buddha banging?
We're Buddha or banging the Colombian government. I mean, I'm definitely booting.
Just boot 'em.
Well, I mean, they
Can
got
we-
the
But
they
here's
got the
the-
balls enough to take the information.
Can we bang bang? Can we bang bang bang?
But here's the
this
thing.
way?
Here's
got
the funny thing,
pew-pews?
though. Here's the
Pew-pews?
thing. The Colombian president, is wanting them to recover it ASAP before he leaves office.
Yeah, so he
That
can
means
get credit
he's
for
getting
it.
he's getting
Right.
a pinch out of it.
Probably.
I mean, shit. Probably my ass.
It'll probably be able to buy him his seat again.
Yeah, but what are you gonna? It's not worth any money unless you start selling off the assets. I
Well,
mean,
that's what the guy who originally found it
you
said.
if you bring it up, they're gonna have to put it in mute. You're gonna spend years and spend a shitload of money.
Well,
And
for
you're
$10
gonna-
billion,
to
it's worth
restore
it.
it and put it in a museum or put it into preservation, which only costs more money to keep that and store it and clean it up. You don't get any money out of it unless you put it on display and charge tickets.
Well, unless
or
you're
you
Colombia,
or
and-
you sell it.
Yeah, you're going to sell it on the black market.
Well, I mean that's a different story, but
That's what I think is going to happen if it's recovered in Colombia.
maybe
Nah.
maybe there's actually secret like cocaine buried with it.
They don't need that, Joe. They make their
They got
own
plenty.
there.
That wouldn't be preserved.
That's why the sharks are going crazy, right? What is it? Cocaine bear, cocaine sharks.
Yeah. So there were 600
Another
sailors
Sharknado.
on board, all but 11 whom were downed with the ship. When it sank, the San Jose was transporting plundered gold, silver, emeralds, and other precious stones and metals from the Americans back to Spain. So it was already plundered and stolen.
So it was stolen. Wait, so does that mean the U.S. government then has a claim to the treasures? If they're literally saying it was plundered by the Americans or from the Americans to be taken back to Spain, I say that the U.S. government then has a stake in it, and then we can get out of this debt that we are so deeply in from fucking funding other countries' wars. Just
Good
saying.
luck with that.
Republican coming out. Sorry, guys.
Yes, it is. Yeah, so who knows? I just thought it was interesting that people are actually trusting the Colombian government on a deal with billions of dollars in treasures.
I say go get it, USA.
Sure. Is it dinner time yet?
Yes.
We're going to go to dinner soon.
Well, it's an hour and 15 already.
I know.
You said short because you're snotty.
Well, I want to talk to Joe about this green slime.
Oh, yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. So, have you seen green slime in New York?
I have not. No,
I've never.
just the pictures.
I've never been to New York. This is a time where if Lisa called in, we could ask her because she's
Yeah.
right in New York. So
Come make an
Joe's
appearance.
taking a little tinkle right now.
Got to go use the other bathroom since the handle broke.
Oh shit, that's right. Does that mean he's in our bedroom?
No, he's in the back bathroom.
In our bedroom, planting cameras
No.
or checking on the ones he's already planted. Checking on his feed and his connection.
Shmoo! Look! Shmoo's here. Let's see his
Put him
tail.
on camera.
Come here, Shmoo. Come here.
Joe, have you ever seen green slime in New York?
Green slime?
Yeah.
Just like the kids' toys. Not like,
Not actual green slime?
not that I'm familiar with. Are we talking about like Ninja Turtles, like Secret of the Ooze?
Yes.
No,
You never seen anything like that?
not in real life, no.
Okay, so New York. It looks like a scene straight out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
There you go. See?
Fluorescent green liquid oozing from the manholes and sewers into New York City's street and sidewalks. The slime, or sludge, as some have labeled the mystery liquid, was captured by Daniel Penatello this week in a viral post. Put me on computer screen here.
A Lower Manhattan street is going viral. The video of fluorescent green liquid oozing out of manholes near the World Trade Center was posted online last week. The green stuff puddling on the side of the street. The original post on X has more than 25 million views, but this looks more concerning.
You see anything like that, Joe?
No, but it kind of looks like it's just mixed with like antifreeze or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So what
Did you
they're
ever- did you ever-
saying
Did you ever
is,
see like an antifreeze spill?
yeah. Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is this is a harmless concoction that they use to track leaks within the sewer system.
Okay.
So it's similar to what the
smart.
city of Tampa puts in the water during like
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day that makes the rivers turn green. It's like a similar dye that they use to track where the water flows.
Now I do know they use a green dye that you put in like your air conditioning system to see if you have leaks in your AC system.
Right.
And then you can
Smart.
check with like neon glasses or something. You could see like the green.
I wish there was a
Coming
pill that
out.
we could take before we had sex to where we went. We could see exactly where it flew, so we made sure we cleaned everything up.
So you have like neon green
Yeah.
spunk.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you got some in your eyeball, you got some in your like,
Well, God, I would hope somebody would know if it got in their eyeball.
No, you missed that stuff, I'm sure.
There's a video I have to show you.
I'm just going to get a lotion ball and
It's
just
hil-
shoot you in the
it's
eye. And be like,
hilarious.
did you feel that? Because I do.
So there's a video, and it's kind of like one of those like comedy skits, and they show up at a crime scene, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna test to see." Like they spray the luminol, like we're gonna find out if there's material, or we're gonna get the guy who did this to her. And then the girl, like investigator, like the girl, like detective shows up, and she leans in, looking over like the crime scene, and then all of a sudden, like the guys are looking at her, and she looks up like. And she's got, because they had.
What
the,
about
they had the
Mary
light,
stuff?
And she's got like stuff.
Mhm.
She's got like
Yeah,
all over her face.
Spunk.
sounds legit. All right, I guess we have so much more, but we're gonna save this until next week. Maybe Garby will be back on the show. We're over an hour and 30 minutes right now.
Good times.
Joe, we're gonna go eat.
Yeah.
It's 8
Mi
o'clock.
casa.
I told you.
Is
It's
it
too
8
late to go to
o'clock
Meth. I
already?
told you it's too late
Oh.
to go there. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Again, thanks,
Oh.
Keller, for what?
Lisa,
Don't forget
At
to
the
get your
very
pipes
end.
Lisa
cleaned.
was there. Sorry, Lisa. I didn't know you were on. So
she wanted to know what street the slime was on.
it didn't
It
say.
said it said down near the
Oh,
Trade Center.
Yeah, it did say that. Yeah, right in front of where the World Trade Center memorial.
She wanted to know if it was mint flavored.
Mm.
I don't think anybody was brave enough to taste it.
It might be spearmint.
There you go.
I think Lisa always tunes in like right as we're getting.
Her
getting
first
ready to
comment,
leave.
just letting you know I made it in time for you to leave.
Oh shit! Sorry.
People in New York either work late or it takes long to commute before they get home.
Well, that's
True.
what I'm
You
saying.
start a
She
little
takes
too
the,
early.
the fucking subway and the bus. And
Believe me, I've been there.
she was talking about taking a guitar home for a coworker the other day, and she's like,
It used to take an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes at the quickest to get home.
yeah, I don't know.
It's a lifestyle.
I couldn't live that way.
Nope.
And I used to complain, but my manager lived in like South Jersey, and it used to be 2.5 hours to get to work.
I
And
mean,
he was in at like 8:30.
That's not even worth it
Crazy.
working. Like, you have no life.
Yeah, but we didn't have remote access. You didn't have work from home back then. We didn't have
I know.
email on your cell
why
phone
wouldn't
back
you,
then.
Why wouldn't you find a job that's within a 30-minute ride or?
Because there is no 30-minute ride within New York.
No.
Like I lived in a suburb of New York City, and
OnlyFans,
for me it took
Joe.
an hour and 40 minutes.
OnlyFans.
There was no OnlyFans.
He said before.
there was
Yeah.
there was no YouTube either. Like this was
Wow.
all like
You could make porn on VHS back then, Joe.
you could.
You could have had it made.
I mean,
All right, guys. I either have to pee or you guys got to take over or we're leaving. What are
You
we
gotta
doing?
feed me.
Oh,
Feed
okay.
me,
You're hungry.
Seymour.
All right.
Suddenly
guys, we're getting out of here. We're gonna do some of these topics next week.
Oh, she voted. Good for you.
What? What?
Today was
Lisa voted.
today was election
She's
day.
so American.
Oh, okay, cool.
First Tuesday in
Hell yeah.
November is election day.
Yep.
Did you vote today?
Nope.
No.
Didn't even know it was election day.
First Tuesday of every November.
Well,
Usually
but-
on the off years, it's just like the local,
Yeah, but
like,
it's a
city
local
council
thing,
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Show outro is starting now.
Yeah.
Now.
Meow.
All right, everybody. This has been another episode of the Drinking with Drew show. Stay tuned for more uploads, more shows. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Humble Social, all the socials. Our live shows are Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to check us out live. You can call into the show and be a part of it. See you soon.